Alright, I am back and we're gonna go back to doing this step. Okay. Hermes, seriously. Cool it. Alright, what I need to figure out is I have been sending the Ember grit back into the Ember boar as a fuel. So we're gonna need to do some sorting, and anything that comes out of the chest, the Ember grit needs to go to Hermes. What is your deal? Just telling me he liked dinner? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to send the Ember grit back into the Ember boar, and we're going to need to put Ember shards and crystals in the ender chest that is going to go to our generation, which right now is the pressure refinery. But we will also eventually want to be able to put other fuel into the Ember boar, because at some point it's going to run out of Ember grit and not collect any more Ember grit. You know, it's just going to stop. So what I need these 200 chests for specifically are to bring the crystals and shards from the boar up to the surface. Now, filtering with our current level of magic and tech, I think we might have to use does Embers have any kind of sorting with their pipes? I'm wondering, because I mean, we've got input. I don't know why he's making so much noise, guys. So my apologies if you hear him crying in the surface. And you know, in the background, it's, I don't know why. I don't think there's any kind of a sorter. I thought there was, like a block that you place down and it will divide things up that are coming in through pipes. None of these look like what they could. Oh, item transfer. That might be it. Let's add that to our list and see if we can look it up. Filter items out. Yes, the item transfer functions much like a normal pipe with a few rules. It can only connect to pipes on its front and on its back, and it will take priority over all other pipes when items are being sent. Can also be given an item filter by right-clicking it. Okay. But, okay, wait. It can only connect to pipes on its front and back. That seems to be confusing. I don't know. I'm looking through here at some information. Guess we're gonna have to play with it and find out. Let's make one and see what we have for pipes. This is just a bunch of lead, and the item pipes and stuff we have downstairs with, I believe we have it all downstairs. Let's make sure. So we need to grab some lead. Lead. Okay. No, we need to go walk there. All right. We have one item pipe. We're gonna need to make some more item pipes, and we don't have any of the extractor. So we need a Caymanite plate. We need redstone. I need to go grab. I have only one Caymanite plate. We have some raw Caymanite. Okay, good. We need to go get some redstone. I must have got that from. Interesting. Let's get a snowball from the blazes. Anyway, back up. Get some redstone. And the Caymanite, I don't think I have any more up here. I believe we have enough. We had 16. There's clay. We could make some. It's clay and sand, if I recall correctly. Okay, so the item pipes. We need to make some of these lead plates. Pipes, and then the extractor needs Caymanite plate from down there. We can do it down there. And then the item transfer, we need 2 more lead plates. We might as well do that while we're here. And then let's grab some more lead just in case, because we've got 4. How much do we have up here? Let's grab some to actually smelt. Alright. Whoa. That's not what I wanted to see. Go away. Shoo. Don't like you. Really don't like you. Go away. Dang it. Really? Shoot. I really need to get that ritual made that prevents mob spawning. Like, I need to just do it. Why have I only got 8 dirt, man? Oh, it's because it's going in here. Yeah, well, that was fun. Everyone else think it was fun? That was loads of fun. Loads of fun, right? Anyway. Okay, so you... Oh, it makes 4. Interesting. And then we need a Caymanite plate to make the extractor. Do I have a lever? Oh, come on. I have so many levers upstairs. Okay, so let's find a space here. Oh, I need a chest, don't I? Probably need more than one, but we're gonna actually, let's do several. So we can learn how this works. Okay, so if this is the input chest and then we want to sort, wondering if it goes this way, and then if we had like that, if that would work. How do we set up sorting? Ooh. Okay, so I just right clicked that in there, and so maybe if I did, I right click you, your cobble, and if I right click you, your lead, and so if I put cobble and lead in there, and okay, it gets stuck, so I wonder if it's needs pipes here. Oh, okay, if I did so turn you off, break you, replace you. Do I need these here? I wish this would tell me something about them. Like, is this the, should they go the other way? Like, should it go this? Not that way. That way? Oh, check it. There's, I put sticks in here. Of course, sticks aren't gonna have anywhere to go. And so that's what's clogging the system right now, is that there are sticks here. I think I have figured it out. That sorts, so we'll be able to use one of these to sort the ember grit out and send the rest to the ender chest. Alright, and so this is the way it needs to connect. This is the in, and that is the out. Okay. Get all this picked up. And then you, I need the diamond pick for. Okay. So let's go down here and where I've got the ember boar. Hey, Fluffy Cloud, it's been a while. How are you? Alright, so here's our ember boar currently just dumping stuff in here. We're gonna need more space. Alright, so staying fluffy playing Minecraft again. Woohoo! So to create a sorting system, I think what we'll do is we'll go this way with it. And we need to put a pipe here. And the item transfer there. That, no, the other way around. That way. Okay, we'll configure it for the grit. Alright, because that's what we want sorted out. Move you over here. And put a chest on top of you. Do I have my tinker hammer? Because we don't want it to connect to that. Okay. We do want that this way. So that's going to pull ember grit out and put it back into this chest to go back into the boar. So it'll use that for fuel. And anything else... Ooh, that's not... Anything else needs to come here out of that one right there. Because it'll do this one first and anything else will go in there. Right? That looks correct. So we have one piece of ember grit on us. And if we see any like white smoke coming out of here, we'll know that that is not working as intended. Those are the 7 sticks that ended up in there earlier. We are getting ember shards and ember crystals here. And it's just used up its power, fuel. So that's why I need to make this probably an ender chest at some point. Let's check anything in there that'll burn. So that half is started. Like I said, I'll need to make another set of ender chests here for sending fuel to the ember boar, but this will at least pull ember out. That It's a start. So then the next step is here. Nice and slow. So then currently this guy needs to go here. Yep. I think the only thing it's filling up is the buffer for that. That must be what it looks like when water is backstuffed. No, because it's up here too. Maybe it's because this is hot? Because of the lava? Perhaps. Anyway. We have now played with those. We've now played with the item filters from this pack. From this mod. Yay! Let's see. We have semi-automated the Ember bore. Again, we need to be able to send, we need to do power down there, and I have a really simple kind of cheaty method of getting fuel into the Ember bore. So we will probably do that. It's using Ember itself, the Embers mod. To do that, we haven't made the materials, the machines necessary, so I don't want to like tell you what it is just yet, but it's super cheaty and I'm gonna do it anyway. I am going to need to figure out that chest that we're using to send the Ember grit back into the hopper. With this other system, there'll be times where there's no more space in the chest, so then the Ember grit will get blocked and nothing will happen. So I'll need to figure that out. Yeah. We'll need to think about it. If it's using the mod itself, it can't be that cheaty. I don't think it's the intended method. But yeah, I don't think it's the intended way of doing it. And we'll just leave it at that. So that also makes our pressure refinery semi-automated because we can now put Ember directly in from the ender chest right into the pressure refinery. So for now, this is the power we've got. Our next step will be probably upgrading our emitters and receptors to that higher tier, making a machine accessor and getting it hooked up to here with a bunch of splitters, and you know, getting our conduit system set up, and probably putting the refinery, the pressure refinery, here near the Ember bar in the general chunk vicinity, and then we can just send Ember over to our smeltery area from the crystal cell, which is currently not doing anything because we don't have any Ember in it. So that is where we're at here. That we learned about the ejectors and the beam splitter. I already made one, a beam splitter. So we already know about that. This is the machine that has the little bit of cheatiness in it that potentially will run our Ember Boar. Like I said, I will need to figure out how to not fill up that chest with the output. Hermes, I'm a little occupied at the time. I will pet you in a little bit, okay? Alright. Copper charger. The charger is a very simple device. Provide it with Ember and it will charge the item inside it. Aha. So this is once we get tools and stuff that need Ember to run. I'm guessing that is what that will be for. We don't have any of those tools made yet. Ooh, see, and that unlocks Ember siphon. And these are the batteries. Alright, so the cinder plinth is a simple machine. Place any item into it, power it with Ember, and it will burn the item into black ash. You can automatically place the ash into a bin placed beneath it as well. Ash has several uses. It can be burned as a poor fuel item, which is what that's the part we're going to use for the Ember Boar. And it can be applied to stone to change its color and texture. You need the ash from this in order to create the really pretty black ash blocks. And you believe the energies released in its combustion may have other applications. So there's that as well. So what I had considered doing, we need Ember, so we need to actually do this process up higher than the Ember Boar. So we're still going to need an Ender chest for that fuel chest. If we can figure out how to only send a certain amount at a time down to the boar so that it still leaves room in that chest for any Ember grit that comes out of our system, we should be good to go, which I think I'll be able to figure out that. Maybe. We'll see. But you can put anything in there to convert to ash. So what I was going to do is, if you remember correctly, over in our home, let me show you. Over here in the little starter area, we learned about Embers block breakers right here, which makes cobble. It's a cobble gen currently. So we set up a chest in the back here, and it won't eject it. It'll put it in here instead, won't it? Okay, I thought it was a chest. Guess not. It looks like it. Maybe it needs pipes. In any case, cobble into our cinder plinth makes ash, ash into the Ember Boar to make more Ember. So by burning cobble, we'll get Ember. That's pretty much what I'm considering. Just check in there. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Let's see. What other things are in here? The Ember Siphon is a machine upgrade that can be placed underneath a charger to invert its function. Instead of filling an Ember container with Ember, it will empty it instead and store the drained Ember in its internal buffer. Ember can then be extracted from the charger or the sides of the siphon using the usual transfer mechanisms. What would you have filled up with Ember that you would need to empty? don't know. I mean, I keep thinking like, well, in order to, well, yeah, any of the machines, if I wanted to move them, I suppose. But I don't think you can pick up a charger once it's starting to get stuff in its internal buffer. And you would lose it. So I'm just trying to figure out what its purpose. We'll click it, but I don't know what its purpose is. These are the batteries. Carrying around a crystal cell is simply impractical. With a bit of glass and ember crystal, you have developed a mantle jar and mantle cartridge. Both can contain ember and can be charged at the copper charger that we've just learned about. However, while mantle jars can be accessed by ember-powered items anywhere in the inventory, a mantle cartridge must be held in your hand to be used. Very cool. Again, we don't yet have tools and things that use ember, but I'm sure that will come in time. Like these, which I wanted to get into today. So let's do that. We've got clockwork tools, cinder staff, and a blazing ray. We'll start with the clockwork tools. Making use of your recently discovered ember containers, so we'll need to make those. You have fashioned tools of dawnstone. All 3 tools share certain properties. They require accessible ember in your inventory to be used, and they are unbreakable. They also have high base damage, allowing all of them to double as weapons. Additionally, when powered with ember, they will set enemies on fire. The clockwork pickaxe functions as a powerful pickaxe and shovel at the same time. Like the other tools, it requires ember to break blocks or attack enemies. As it doubles as a weapon, it can receive both weapon and tool enchantments. Woohoo! The Grand Hammer is a powerful melee weapon. Let's see, like the other tools, it requires ember to break blocks or attack enemies. Ooh, so it's also like a hammer for larger mining operations. If it is used to break a block, it will obliterate it completely, leaving no drops. Well, that's kind of cool for things that aren't ore. Okay. Like the pickaxe, it can receive weapon and tool enchants, but due to its nature, it cannot be enchanted with fortune or silk touch. Well, yeah, because that doesn't make sense to do when it destroys it. The clockwork axe functions as a powerful axe. Like the other tools, it requires ember to break blocks or attack enemies. It can receive weapon and tool enchants like the other tools. Let's make them. Yes, let's make them. Okay, so we'll need to do more dawnstone, because those are what those are made from. We're gonna need to make the charger and a couple of the cartridges, right? So, I know we have some resources down there. I know we're really low. It'd be nice when we can get our mining operations set up. So let's add them to, let's remove you and you, and we're gonna add the axe, pickaxe, and grand hammer to our list. We need to add a cartridge, the jar, I think he said, is the one you have to hold on to. We'll have to read that. Let's read that again. And we're going to need a charger. Whoop. This guy. And we'll need to connect it to our Embers production at the moment. So we're going to need a receptor. Yeah, the cartridge must be held. Okay, so it's the jar that can be anywhere. Is that what that said? Mantle jars can be anywhere. Okay, so we actually need to add the jar. Thank you for confirming that for me. We need to add a jar. Okay, so I'm guessing probably the jar is the same as the cartridge for the most part. We're gonna remove the cartridge. So let's make some Dawnstone. I think just about everything else we've got the resources we need. Did I leave the iron down there? Or did I bring it up here? I think I left it down there. Let's go find out. Again, if you're getting some internet stuttering, if you're getting some stream stuttering, it is probably my internet and I can't do anything about it at the moment, so we'll just have to bear with it. We're gonna get fiber internet on Tuesday, so hopefully that will help. Do not have iron down here, so I will need to go get it. Because it's not here either. I must have put it away. Alright, go back up. No, my internet's been pretty wonky today. I've been dropping a lot of frames in stream, so it's very likely me. Very likely me. We're working on it, trying to get things reined in. Grab 16. 16 ought to be a good number. Oh, 17 works too. Okay. Gonna make the Dawnstone. We've got copper down there. We've got gold down there. We need to grab a piece of glass. Glass is here. We've got glass. Making sure I don't have any shards up here or anything. And that's just iron and copper, right? And then we're gonna do the pickaxe first. So we're gonna need to grab some of those shards before they go into I need wood. Before they get processed is where I was at for that. So what I'm going to do, that should disable the copper. All right, step 1, make Dawnstone, because we probably don't have enough. We have 10. For the pick, oh wait, no, you need to do the copper charger first. We need 2 Dawnstone, we need some copper and iron. Here's the copper. Do we have more copper down here? Because that is definitely not enough to make... Oh, we're gonna have to go up and down again. I'll take you. We'll get you some processing going. Okay. Pick. What do we need? We need the shard and a stick. Alright, so to make the pick, there we go. And then to do the charger, we need the plates. Copper and iron. Oh, hang on, I need to get the forge hammer out to do that. There's our charger. And do we have a receptor in here? We do. So what I'm going to do temporarily is park it over here. Just anywhere. We're gonna do that. And just do we'll do that. So we should be able to make a cartridge, a jar now. What do we need for a jar? We have everything. Okay, so let's charge you. Very cool. That was it? Almost. That was it. And so we should be able to use this pickaxe. It can be anywhere in our inventory. Let's check it out. I don't want to mine where I don't need to mine. We're gonna do it here because this is where we're gonna put our ember production. Oh. Well, that's definitely faster than our current pick. And it doesn't have any enchants on it yet. It is a bit dizzying because this is a bigger tool that you can see swinging in front of you. Versus this. You see the difference? But yes, about time for an upgrade. Very nice. We'll be able to swap out our living tools for ones from Embers, which was always the plan. So there's our pick. And we don't need the shovel anymore either, because it's both. So the next thing we want to do is the battle axe. So let's remove you, you, and you. This is our axe. So we need to do 2 dawnstone plates and a copper plate. But we have 2 dawnstone plates in here. We do need the copper. Alright. There's our battle axe. Wow. That's big. Our hammer is going to need a bunch of dawnstone. We don't need the plate stamp after all. If I use the press, you mean if I use this? I don't know. It's probably just one. It's a good question, and I haven't done it. And I don't need to do one for this, so we just need all of the dawnstone. We're gonna need 18. Yeah. Okay, so let's grab the gold we have. And it's this, we need to put the stamp back on it. Our stamp. There we go. And now I can't remember what this one used to be bound to, so at some point one of these things is going to run out. But since we're going to relocate all of this event in a soon, we'll have to redo our setup anyway, so, that'll just, whatever. That'll just happen whenever we get to it. Is this still filling up, or do we run out of, we probably ran out of power, fuel down there. Probably. We need to make the ashen fabric for this. Ooh. You can add the industrial craft jetpack to the ashen cloak for flight. That's kind of cool. And now we have the grand hammer. Oof. Okay, kind of hoped it would do 3x3. But it does 11 hearts. How's our jar doing? Okay. It's nighttime. Let's go hit something that isn't a creeper. There's a skelly. Sweet. And this is without enchantments. I like. Yes. Yes. It's tempting to use this instead of my sword. So I don't need the living wood axe anymore. Because we've got... So if we swapped out everything but the bow, which we're... Ooh, wait, we could make... I bet these two are ranged. We have a cinder staff. Strange isn't how silver metal can be in such control over the chaotic fire of ember. As the cinder staff channels ember from accessible containers in your inventory, it charges up a large sphere of pure ember in front of you. The longer it's charged, the more damaging the sphere will be, culminating just shy of enough damage to instantly kill a typical monster. Ooh, magic missile. Ember cannon. While the blazing ray may resemble a mundane firearm in shape, it more functionally resembles a piece of artillery. When fired, it will unleash a straight beam of pure ember, shooting forth until it strikes a solid block or a creature. So this one is the one that would substitute my bow. And this is something unique all unto itself. So, whoo-hoo. I hear you. You must be right up there. Let's see what we need to make you. We need just 2 ember dawnstone plates. We need another piece of dawnstone for this. So let's just do that and switch to a plate stamp. Alright. Woo! Now we have ourselves a gun that shoots ember. Was the witch up here? There's something over there. What do I see? Oh, there's a zombie. I'm not very good at aiming, am I? There she is. I'm wondering if I can enchant this also. Because that's requiring a lot of shots. I bet I can enchant it. Do I have... I don't. I should scan these. I mean, they have aspects. So should we do away with our bow? Whoa, crap. Doggone it. Really need to do that ritual. Get back into astral sorcery. Make those crystals so that I can do the ritual around here and not have mobs destroying everything. Specifically creepers. I don't want to use the mega torches everywhere. I want to do magical methods. Yeah. Anyway. Are you full up? Almost. Let's scan it real quick. Do I have anything else in here I need to scan? Cool. Yay! We have some new tools to use for a while. So that's... we want to do the armor as well. Probably do that next time if I feel like doing Embers next time. Tomorrow we will be streaming a brand new SMP pack, the Simpletons Year 2, and so I will be doing on that server. It's a bunch of community members working together to build a city. Yeah, so that should be fun. If you're interested in playing with me on that server, you do need to be a Twitch subscriber. So you just need to do the $5 a month. For as long as you're my Twitch subscriber, you'll get access to that server. So keep that in mind. If you're already a Twitch subscriber and you're interested, send me a message. I will grab your Minecraft IGN and get you added to the whitelist and information on how to join the server. So again, it is for all patrons of the $5 tier. And yeah, you'll be able to play on the Simpletons Year 2 server with me. Sound good? Yeah, it is good. It is raining, so these bees won't run, but we'll at least move them over. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We might have ourselves an industrious bee. Hello, 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 Fang. Not quite pure industrious, so there's a chance when we run this again that it will be diligent instead, but cross our fingers. We're not gonna keep those. Hello? Go away. Woof. I'm doing all right. I have a mild headache, but we're powering through, and yeah. I almost have Imperial and Industrious Bees, so I'll be able to set up automation for those and get the things I need for aviaries. Been taking forever just kind of poking at bees every so often, so if I'd actually focused on them, we'd be there by now. But and then we have our sugarcane farm. Yay. Alright, so yeah. Feeling good with that. We did quite a decent job on Embers today. We still have a lot to learn. So we've learned these things. We need to make a cinder plinth. We need to make a cinder plinth. That is our next step. I don't really want to make a cinder staff right now. We will. We totally will. Let's get rid of you. And we can add it. But we need to do this guy. That's our next step. So we'll be relocating the cobble gen that's here to where we're producing the ember generator area, which we need to move again. I know we just moved it, which is why I'm not going to move it again right now. I'll probably move it on my own between streams to that area we started digging out. We'll relocate this there, make it look nice, and we'll have cobble going into the cinder plinth to turn into ash. And we'll need to make sure we can control how much ash gets sent to the bore so that it leaves space for the ember grit as well. So yeah, we'll need to figure that out with our current tech level, magic level. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with our progress today. Our next project, I have a couple of projects written down. I think what I'm going to do before Tuesday's stream of this pack, I'm going to go back over to Astral Sorcery. I'm going to work on getting the crystals at their perfect levels. Specifically the ones we want to use for rituals and whatnot. We're close. We're at 98 purity for the celestial. We need to get to 100, remember, and then we're at 85 for the rock. So when we get those to perfect, we'll be able to just dupe them, essentially. I mean, it's not perfect duping, but we'll be able to just constantly get the best stats and just have to keep growing them up, and that's not hard doing the Starlight. So that is the goal. Let's see if we need to fill any of these up. I don't think these are chunk loaded. But yeah, so we got that. And when we have those, we'll get into Astral Sorcery rituals. Specifically, it was Vicio and Lucerna. Vicio is the one that stops mob spawning in an area, and we're going to try to max that one out and make a big, huge area without mobs, especially in our village there, our wizard's village that we're starting. Gonna max that out, hopefully. And then the same for Lucerna. And Lucerna is the one that allows flight. I don't think we know the constellation yet, but I could be wrong. That one, it's localized flight. I really want flight in our different base areas. So it doesn't need to be maxed out, but it does need to be a pretty high tier ritual upgraded a couple of times in order to get the areas that I want. And then we have building to do. We always have building to do. I just wasn't in the mood to build today, but our base here totally needs some work. It's so incomplete. The School of Magic, the Astral Sorcery Academy, is pretty in need of some beautification. Always fun stuff to do. But I am going to end it here for today. So that is going to be it for me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it to 3 hours. My throat is really what was limiting me there, but my head is hurting today. So 2.5 hours is gonna have to be it for today. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm going to play the new pack, Simpletons SMP. Again, if you want to join me, you need to be a subscriber. So yeah, we just got a perk tier. Do we want to check it? We have a point. I'm headed this way. I want the singularity. So we're just gonna do this. And I just need 2 more points. And when we unlock the singularity, it means all of these will unlock and we can go in any direction on the perk tree that we want. And gain all sorts of perks. Let me jot down. I want to research if I can disable the perk that does the lights, which is, I don't know which one it is. There, that one. The Miner's Delight. Miner's Delight. See if there's a way of temporarily disabling that so that in areas that I don't want it to work, I could do that. We'll see. I think there's a way of creating a specific item in Astral Sorcery that allows you to take off these things. So I'll have to read about that. But anyway, I'm going to call it there for this evening. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, folks, and have a great rest of your Saturday. Bye!